Hi
Hi.
guys! Happy Wednesday! Story number 98.
Ew, I can't wait to story 100.
This is Arav. My name is Preeti. Welcome to Babzara's, and we have a very
We're 2 books away from story 100,
That's
right?
right. And this book is very inspirational, the one that we are going to read today. So let's get on to the magic song. And while we are singing the magic song, let me tell you, if you are new to our page, let us know who you are and where are you from so that we get to know you. Okay, write down your name and your details in the comment section. And our existing friends, make sure you say hello to us. We are waiting for your hellos. All right, shall we start?
Yes.
The Magic Hat song.
The magic hat is shaking. The magic hat is shaking. The magic hat is shaking.
All right, Magic Hat, give me
The
the story.
magic potion. Agradadabra. A watch can open the magic hat.
Give me
I
the
have a
Magic Hat.
cucumber and popcorn inside.
Give me the story. All right, Arav almost ate the story. Okay, so this story
Popcorn.
is coming your way. Here it goes, and this story is about Helen Keller. Has anybody heard about Helen Keller?
Not me.
Have you heard about Helen Keller? Hi, Priyanka. All right, so we go straight to the story. This story is also based in the USA. So we are going to the USA. Stories take us to places. So from Singapore off to USA. Here we go. This is a picture book of Helen Keller. It's written by David Adler and pictures are illustrated by John and Alexandra. Helen Keller is a little baby girl. She was born in Tuscumbia, Alabama on June 27, 1880, which is more than 140 years ago.
What?
She was a pretty baby. She was a happy and smart baby. When Helen was just 6 months old, how old, Ara?
6 months.
6 months old, she began talking. You know, when did Arav talk? After 2 full years of his birth. You started speaking very late. And also at 2 years, Arav would speak very little. He started talking properly when he was 3 years old. And now look at him. He doesn't even stop.
Come on, Edu. I just talk never ending and very, very fast.
See? And Helen Keller, she started talking when she was only 6 months. Oh, wow, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's see what else gonna happen. But a year later, in the year 1882, she became sick. What happened to her? Let's find out. She had a high fever. Her parents and doctors were afraid that she would die, but she didn't die. Helen's mother held her and she placed wet towels on Helen's forehead to cool the fever. After a few days of taking care of her, Helen's illness was gone. But was she totally all right? No, she wasn't. Something terrible happened to her. Do you know why?
Why?
Does anybody know the story of Helen Keller? Let us know in the comment section if you know what happened to Helen Keller. If you don't know, you are in for a terrible news. Helen had changed. She turned away from bright lights. She couldn't bear them anymore. She didn't hear people when they spoke to her. So Arav, she can't see and she can't hear. Isn't that terrible? And she's 2 years old.
She can't see the sunlight and she can't hear.
She can't see anything. She turned blind and she turned deaf.
Then how
Those people who cannot see anything are called blind people. Those people who cannot hear anything are called deaf people. And Helen turned blind and deaf when she was only 2 years old. The illness had left Helen Keller blind and deaf. The world for her became forever dark because she cannot see anything, and quiet because she cannot hear anything. So Arav, just think about it. Tell me, like, what is one thing that you would want to hear? If it's the last thing that you can hear, what is that one thing that you would like to hear and you would like to see? If it's the last thing ever that you could see or hear. No need to whisper. You can share with everybody. And guys, you can also share with us If you can only see like one last time, what is that thing that you would like to see?
My whole parents.
My
All
whole
my
parents. You have only 2 parents.
I mean, everybody in my family. My whole family.
Arab would like to see his whole family for the last time.
And if I could hear, I would like to hear my whole family.
You would like to hear your whole... What are you doing? You would like to hear your whole family for the last time. What about you guys? If you could see just one last thing, and if you could hear just one last thing, what would it be? Write down in the comment section and let us know. See, you get to choose what you want to see one last time, what you want to hear last time. But Helen Keller, what happened to her? Suddenly she fell sick and boom, that's it. She turned blind and deaf. How terrible that is, and how unfortunate that is to happen to a 2-year-old child. Yeah. What do you think Helen is gonna do about it, Arav?
I don't know.
She's gonna do something that's gonna inspire you, me, and you. Because Helen could not hear other people speak, she did not learn to talk herself. Yeah? You learn to talk only after you hear some sounds, right? She did not know how the sound sounded, so she could not talk. She forgot the very few words she knew as a baby. Helen did things with her hands to tell people what she wanted. Like, she pretended to tie her hair into a bun if she was looking for her mother. And she pretended to cut the butter and put it on a slice of bread if she wanted some food. So she started expressing herself by acting it out. Because she couldn't speak as well, because she couldn't hear. Helen held onto her mother's dress as her mother walked through the house. Because she can't see, right? How will she walk? So she always folded onto her mother's dress. Helen touched things to know how they felt and how they were shaped. You can touch and also tell, right? Like this one, I can touch and say, oh, this is Ara. Yeah? By touching your hairstyle.
Like this one, I can say this is a laptop.
Yeah, because it's hard. So you should also try to do this thing, to enhance your other senses, your vision and your hearing. You can try to touch and smell things. Yeah? There must have been many things Helen wanted to do, many things she wanted to say, but she couldn't. Helen was often angry, and we can very well guess why. It's so frustrating, yeah?
Yeah.
When you can't see things, you cannot hear things, you cannot say things. That's why she kicked, she screamed, and she cried often. Guys, due to some reason, I'm not able to see your comments. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna refresh this page. I might be like the screen might... Okay, so Sammy would like to see everyone. Hi Pehel. Neerav would like to see family, friends, and he would like to hear some songs. Okay, let me just add the storybook here. And here we go. We are back to normal. All right, great. So let's find out what happens next to Helen Keller. Helen was also mischievous. Once, she locked her mother in the pantry. Another time, she cut off all her friends' hair. Can you see her friends?
Yeah.
Like, she looks like grass hair, right?
Yeah.
Helen's parents took her to eye doctors, but nothing could be done to help Helen see again. Then Helen's parents took her to Washington to meet Alexander Graham Bell. Hey, do you know who is Alexander Graham Bell?
No.
He's very famous, by the way.
No.
Can you make a guess? Guys, if you know who is Alexander Graham Bell, let us know in the comment section what did he invent. And for Arav, I'm going to tell him he is the inventor of the telephone.
He invented the telephone.
Of course. And his name is Alexander, repeat with me, Alexander Graham Bell. Dr. Bell had once taught in a school for the deaf, people who can't hear. He helped the Kellers, Mr. and Mrs. Keller, find a teacher for Helen. But Arif, how can a teacher teach when Helen can't see and hear? She has to be really innovative, right? Let's find out how will the teacher teach Helen, and if Helen is able to learn or not. Yeah?
Yeah.
We're going to find out now. The teacher they found was N. Mansfield Sullivan. Helen first met her on March 3rd, 1887. Helen called that day her soul's birthday. I think she really loved the teacher. You know what is soul?
What?
It's inside your body.
I know that.
Yeah. Helen was not an easy student. Once, in a fit of anger, she knocked out 2 of her teacher's teeth. First, the teacher taught Ellen proper manners. Yeah? That's what I tell Arav also. Before learning anything else, like learning your words, learning math, science, you have to learn to be good person, because that's the most important thing. So having your proper manners is the most important thing. So after teaching her proper manners,
But
Anne
how did
Sullivan
she teach her?
taught her words. Now we are going to discover how did she teach her. Anne used a finger alphabet. She gave Helen a doll, and then she spelled doll in the palm of Helen's hands. I'm not sure if you can see Araf's palms. So look at the palm, right? She would trace the letters like D-O-L-L, like that, so that Helen could feel it. Yeah. Do you play that game ever, where you draw something on somebody's back? Like I'm drawing something on Araf's back, a letter. Let me see if he can guess. Araf, can you guess what letter is this? It's a capital letter.
A.
Yes, Araf guessed it, A, right?
On your back.
So by drawing on Helen's palm, her teacher taught her
Now do you know what I
letters.
got on your back?
I was not paying attention. I'm sorry. Araf, draw a P on my back, right?
D.
D. Okay. So it's not easy to learn like this. Yeah. She gave Helen a hat and spelled H-A-T in her hand. But Helen did not understand, because Helen could not see the doll or the hat, so she did not understand what the teacher was trying to tell her. But now how is she gonna learn? Yes, you're right, Priyanka. The teacher write on her hand, but Helen was not able to understand what was the teacher writing on her hand. Now how will she learn? One day, her teacher and Helen passed a water pump. Now the teacher, N. Sullivan, she took Helen's hand and she put it under the water. Now Helen can feel that it was something wet, right? Although she did not know that, what exactly it was, but she could feel that it was something wet. Yeah?
Yeah.
In Helen's other hand, Anne spelled W-A-T-E-R. Now this time Helen understood that this wet thing is called W-A-T-E-R. And then she understood the concept that everything has a name. Yeah? So she understood how to learn. Yeah? So she learned to learn.
Huh?
Yeah. She understood that everything has a name. Now Helen was very, very curious to learn everything that she could. She wanted to learn more. And that day, when she learned water, yeah, she also learned the words mother and father for the first time. She also learned teacher, which is what she would call N. Sullivan. But Araf, she has never heard anybody say teacher. How will she learn how to say teacher? She knows the spelling of teacher through her palm, right? T-E-A-C-H-E-R.
T-A.
But how will she know how to say it?
She can say T-A-E.
But she doesn't know how T sounds like.
T.
Can you understand? She has never heard anybody say T because she's deaf.
Yeah.
How difficult it is to say it, right?
Yeah.
But Helen did not give up, guys. Many years later, Helen Keller wrote that learning water, which was her first word, gave her soul, light, hope, and joy. She learned hundreds and thousands of words. And soon her teacher Anne Sullivan taught Helen to read by feeling patterns of raised dots on paper. You know, this is a special language, Ara. Like raised, the dots are there on the paper in different patterns, up, down, high, low, different patterns. And this kind of writing for the blind is called Braille language. What is it called?
Braille language.
Let's hear the
Braille.
Braille, okay? Helen learned so much through Braille language and so fast that she became famous throughout the world. That there is a girl, Helen Keller, who is blind and deaf, and yet she knows so much. She was called the Wonder Girl in the world. When Helen was 10 years old, she decided she would learn to speak. But you remember the challenge she's facing?
Yeah.
She has never learned how the letter sounds. She has never heard it. Then it's very difficult for her to speak, right?
Yeah.
But she did not give up. Helen couldn't hear the sounds she was making, but she didn't give up and she learned to speak. But she couldn't speak very clearly, but she definitely learned to speak. So when she would talk Arab, you wouldn't understand fully what she was saying, but you would understand some parts of it. Isn't that a great thing
Yeah.
for her?
Yeah.
Yeah? In 1900, Helen became a college student. She also went to college, Arab. She did not give up. She learned so much.
What?
Yeah. She went to Radcliffe College. Anne Sullivan, her teacher, sat next to her and spelled in Helen's hand everything that was said in class so that Helen would understand, because she couldn't hear the teacher. Remember?
Yeah.
Sammy has shared something interesting with her, that in the elevator also they have written like the numbers, which floor they have to go. You know, the blind people can find out, because in the lifts also they have used Braille language. So all of you, you know, next time you take an elevator, just try to see if you can see some pattern of dots over there.
That's only in train elevators, not in our elevator.
Why don't you try it out? Just try it out. See for yourself next time where all you can find Braille language. I think it's also, you know, if you look at your keypad of your computer, there also you will see some dots. You know, those are meant for the blind people so that they can understand what's written over there. Without seeing, they can type. How amazing is that?
They can
So we will also find out who invented Braille language for the blind people. That's amazing, right?
Yeah.
Somebody thought of this, that, you know, even the blind people should be able to read and learn. And they invented a language. How cool is that?
Quite cool.
Yeah? That I call is a great innovation and invention. Now let's go back to the time when Helen went to Radcliffe College. So her teacher used to sit next to her and she would explain everything what the teacher was teaching by writing it on her hands. Helen was an excellent student. When she was in college, she wrote a book called The Story of My Life, which was read by people throughout the world. Helen graduated with honors. Helen graduated her college with super marks and she got honors. Honors is given to people who are very good in studies, Arav. Helen wrote more articles and books about her life, her teacher, and how she learned to read and speak. And her life journey, how difficult it was, how challenging it was. She and her teacher, Anne Sullivan, lectured a lot of people. They shared their life story with them. Anne Sullivan, Helen's teacher, she died in the year 1936. She had been with Helen for almost 50 years. After her teacher's death, Helen's secretary became her constant companion.
Means?
She would accompany her everywhere and she would explain to Helen what other people were saying by writing it on her hands. Her secretary, whose name was Polly Thompson.
Who's secretary?
Helen's secretary.
Who's her?
I think the lady in green dress is Helen's secretary and the lady in blue dress is Helen herself. See, she's holding Helen, yeah? She helps Helen to give her direction because she can't see, right?
Yeah.
So she brings her to places. And Helen was very famous and popular. She was a great author, right? Her books was also very, very famous.
Yeah.
Helen worked all her life to help others, especially blind people. She worked for many years for the American Foundation for the Blind. And just imagine, Arif, if there is a lecture by Helen in Singapore, would you go or would you not go?
Lecture means?
Lecture like, what should you say? Like she's talking about her life.
I would go.
You would go. You would pay money to go there? Would you? I would pay money. I would like to learn from her. Yeah? What were her challenges? How she overcome it? See, Arif, what happens? Remember the time when you're doing some craft and you're writing something, some spelling. If it's wrong, you get frustrated after 2-3 attempts, right?
Yeah.
Why is it wrong? Why is it wrong? Why is it wrong? And just imagine, Arif, just imagine about Helen. Everything is wrong in her life. She can't see. She can't walk by herself. She can't read by herself. She can't understand what others are saying by herself. How frustrating would that be?
Like
how she overcome all of those and became so intelligent by reading so many things, and she became an author and so successful. So I would definitely go for Helen's lecture, right?
Yeah.
So that's what people used to do. They used to go for her lecture, and she became famous and successful, and also she had money. She didn't give up.
How's her eyes open here?
Oh, that's her eyes are not closed, baby. Blind people eyes are open, but they can't see. Don't assume that they close their eyes.
But then how's she holding? Oh, that guy.
She's holding that guy's hand so that he can show her the direction where to go. Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. During the World War II, Helen Keller visited injured soldiers in hospitals. Her visits meant a lot to the soldiers because many of them had been blinded or they had lost their hearing during the fighting in the war. Helen Keller brought them hope, and they would try to lead useful lives despite their disabilities, just like Helen Keller. They promised Helen Keller that they would not give up. Important people wanted to meet Helen Keller. She met kings, queens, and presidents. She met actors, writers, and scientists. People, universities, and governments all over the world gave Helen Keller awards for being so brilliant, for overcoming all the difficulties. In the year 1964, President Johnson gave her the Presidential Medal of Freedom. It's a great honor in United States. The Presidential Medal of Freedom. That means they honored her, that she's a great lady. Helen Keller died in the year 1968. She couldn't see or hear, but for more than 80 years, she had always been busy. She read and wrote books. She learned how to swim and even how to ride a bicycle. Raf, can you ride a bicycle blindfolded? But she did it.
I can't.
Can you swim blindfolded?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, swimming is not that bad, yeah? But cycling is really bad. She did many things well. But most of all, Helen Keller brought hope and love to millions of disabled people across the world. And that's the story of Helen Keller. Guys, did you like today's story? Let us know in the comment section. And we will start the quiz with you. Before we start the quiz, let us know what did you learn from this story? What's your favorite part about this story? No need to whisper. You can share with everybody.
How Helen Keller overcome her fears. Like it was nothing.
Overcome her fears?
Yeah, like it was nothing for her.
Like it was nothing for her. Just imagine like closing your eyes and reading something, yeah? Yeah? How difficult is that? But Helen Keller did it. Closing your eyes and reading something.
Write me the letter, and if I can speak, I'll say D, and then if you say yes, I can't hear.
For me, I think what's most inspiring is she did not give up. What happens, Arav, when I'm trying to do a choreography, when I'm dancing, yeah? I try once, twice, thrice. If I don't get it, like I try 10 times, then I'm feeling a little bit frustrated. Oh, why is it not happening? Why am I not getting it? Yeah.
Hmm.
But just look at her. Beside her disabilities, she never gave up. She kept on working until 80 years of age. How great is that?
Quite good.
Take a bow, Helen Keller. We are all very inspired by you. Thank you for inspiring us. Now let's get to the quiz.
Good.
Start the quiz. Oh, in what year was Helen Keller born? I'm not sure if I remember. I think I remember. 1980? No.
1900.
2000? No, because she died before 2000. Yeah. In the year 1850 or the year 1880? I think I know the answer.
1800.
Arif got the answer wrong. Arif, don't pull my hair, honey. Wait. See, it's important to learn manners, yeah? Don't pull. Now say. Arif got the answer right in the second attempt. I hope you also get the answer right.
So 1 point for me.
I'm giving you two options, okay? In what year was Helen Keller born? In the year 1850 or the year 1880? Let me see who got it. And we also got what did they learn from the story? Neelam says, do not lose hope. That's right. Neerav loves this story. So do I. And Sammy is absolutely right. So there are two winners for the quiz question number 1.
Me?
The year is 1880.
So who's the two?
Neerav is also right. 3 winners for this quiz.
One is me, one is
Neerav and one is Sammy.
Oh.
Harsha is also right. 1880. 3 winners for the quiz.
3
Okay.
or 4.
Next quiz question, okay? 1880, and that is correct. We move to the next quiz question. What caused Helen to become blind and deaf? I'm going to give you two options. Did she fell into a lake, or was it an illness that made her blind? Third option is she was born blind and deaf. So these are your 3 options. What caused Helen to become blind and deaf?
Mom and Dad can't be the answer.
So the first option is she fell into a lake. The second option is she was born blind and deaf. Or the third option is an illness caused her to become blind and deaf. Arav is right. What about my other friends? Priyanka is also right for the first quiz question. So we have 5 winners for the first quiz. The second quiz question is, what caused Helen Keller to become blind and deaf? Was it an illness? Was it she born blind and deaf? Or was it because she fell into a lake? Let's see who got it right. Harsha is right. Neerav is right. Sammy is also right. All you guys, you get 2 points for the quiz. And Arav, okay? Awesome. So, I think the last quiz for today. The last quiz question.
Can you complete this quiz question?
Why was Helen always angry or upset when she was 2 years old? First option, because she dropped her food. Second option, she wanted a toy and they did not buy it for her. Third option, because no one understood her. So, 3 options for the question. Why was Helen always angry or upset when she was 2 years old and when she lost her vision and hearing? Arav is right. Your options are because she spoiled. She dropped her food. Second option is no one understood her. Option number 3, she wanted a toy that they did not buy for her. Let me see if you got this right. Illness is the correct option for quiz question number 2, Priyanka. Pahel also gave the right answer for the quiz question number 2. Great going. Let me see the answer for quiz question number 3. That's right, Sammy. Actually, I changed the option number. So I know you all are saying she was upset because nobody understood her. You all are right. Thank you for participating in the quiz. And this story was really inspiring for all of us. Yeah? And let's try to explore where all we can find Braille language. Like I told you, on the keypad, you can find some raised dots or something. That's Braille for people who cannot see. Sammy shared with us that you can also find them on the lift. And it's for you to explore where else would you find Braille language, okay? Having said that, since we are blessed with eyes and ears and speaking, Let's make the most of it and let's do good deeds. Okay, guys?
Yep.
Hey, I just want to share one more thing that I learned from the story with you before we say bye-bye. Remember, they said the teacher, before teaching her anything else, what did the teacher teach her? Good
Manners.
manners. You might be very intelligent, you might know a lot of things, but if you don't have good manners, right, nothing counts. So always remember, manners come first. Okay, guys?
Yeah.
So thank you for joining us. We had a great time reading this book to you. And my new haircut, my hairs are short. It keeps coming to my eyes. Next time I'll pin it up so it's not disturbing us. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Take care of yourself. We'll see you tomorrow. Ta-ta.
Bye.
Bye.
See you. Bye.
Bye.